winner of the Perry Open this year. Yet to see the best from him at Mosconi. What will we see from him here? Let's find out with Carl and Phil.
Thanks, Abby. Yeah, SVB against FSR. Both are men of letters, but who will have a degree in winning this vital point? Can the USA go ahead in the Mosconi Cup of 2024 for the first time?
Decent break-off from SVB. Made a couple of balls. Made the one on the side. That's what all players are trying to do. It's actually quite tricky. They've made it look very easy on the opening 2 days here in Orlando, Florida. Well, that last match, Phil, for me, was one of the greatest doubles matches we have ever seen in Mosconi Cup history. It had a little bit of everything. It looked like Europe was going to go on the hill 4-1 up when Shaw missed that 8-ball pretty much over the pocket.
Yeah, very surprising miss. Then we had the golden break and the terrific decider. Now that too might have looked a little easier on your screens than it actually was.
I think it's fair to say over the years we haven't really seen the best of Shane Van Boening in the Mosconi Cup.
Well, I was doing some research for this match and I couldn't quite believe the fact he's won 17 singles matches and he's lost 27.
It's actually a really interesting matchup we've got here. Obviously, we're tied at 4-4. Both players have just witnessed an absolute classic. Both of these players very similar in the sense of, it's fair to say, they've struggled in these team events. Don't blame him for not chasing the long two. And he's played a good safety, he really has.
It is not a natural transition, individual success into team success. As Carl said, these two proved.
Going to need a bit of luck, and luck is what he has got. I'll be happy with that, but he'll be in trouble again here. Sorry. Getting my words mixed up, Phil. Some atmosphere in here today, it really is. I know we said the same yesterday, but really getting involved, and obviously the scoreline's helping, the fact that we are locked at 4-4.
And you know, if anything is adding to the pressure on the players, it's this playing surface, which is so quick. You need to be completely trusting of your technique.
Okay, a little chance here for FSI. Can pot this in the bottom left, start off one rail. It'll be the pink 4 next after this blue 2.
The Americans are there watching on. Very good pot for a man who, for a couple of years, basically ran the tables when it came to winning all of the big titles. US Open, World Championship, you name it, he won it. He has cooled in 2024. But you know, dominant pool is still in there. And one thing about Francisco Sanchez Ruiz that remains a constant, he's a gentleman on and off the table, and that means a lot to me.
Yeah, he's always smiling. He was smiling as he kind of hopped into the arena. He loves playing his pool, loves playing all the tournaments, and does it with a smile on his face. This must be a little shy of pace. The crowd are letting him know. There you see, it is a little shy of pace, but I think he can still sort of check this ball up with a bit of right-hand English. He's gone the other way. He's played for the 8 in the same pocket. How do you like this one? How do you like this one?
And with the quick service, that made the journey so easily.
Yeah, and if he can knock this 8 ball in down the long rail, this will just settle him right into this point. Big point as well.
Nothing is a gimme in the Mosconi, though. Nothing. Nevertheless, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz rifles in the 9-ball. And again, Europe are off to a winning start. Pretty much all day they've had leads, but a couple of times they haven't been able to convert. All around the houses on the 7-ball. 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions used by the cue ball, leaving the 8 down the lengthy rail.
I think that was 5 rails, Phil. I don't think your maths are up to much bad.
Maybe I missed one at the start. What's 1 rail between friends?
It was a very nice positional shot though, wasn't it, to get on the 8, because it wasn't the intention as he started to run the rack.
So here are the rails. 1, 2, 3. Top rail 4. I forgot the last one.
Case closed.
The year of Carboys has now been made. He will not let me forget that until at least the Mosconi Cup of 2029, if we last that long. It's been fantastic crowd interaction all week here at the Carib Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida. This arena, we keep saying it year on year in the Mosconi Cup, but it just gets better and better. Wonderfully appointed. Everyone's got a great view of the action. And the atmosphere created by this predominantly American crowd has been second to none.
Well, when that man there on the left, Billy Thorpe, made the golden break, I've never heard a room as loud in my life. It was literally deafening. And it was the first golden break of the event as well. FSR to break, he's won the opener.
And breaking was the cornerstone of those 2 golden years he had. Time and again it was so efficient. The 1 would go in, the 2 would be on. Not this time.
Yeah, he might be able to see a bit of the 2. If he can see it full, he might actually be able to swerve it round. The only problem with that is, look where the red 3 has finished. He might not be able to get on the red 3. Well, there you see, Phil. He's got a big gap. Doesn't need to swerve it at all. I'm sure he can punch this ball in and just come round it. If he can see the potting angle here, I'm not really sure what he's been looking at. Yeah, baffled me, that one.
Yeah, the hesitation suggested to me he couldn't get through. He could easily, and now, look at the way they're setting up.
I just wonder if this 3-ball is kind of on that point, so maybe it doesn't go in the side pocket. So maybe he was trying to fire it round to play the red 3. Well, Carl, stop talking. It flies in the side.
We're doing well here, Carl.
Yeah, we're flying here. It's just the way he was acting in the rack, wasn't it? He just made you believe he was hooked on the 2, and to be fair, the 3 kind of wobbled in, so it must have been tight.
It's still very early days, only session 2, day 2. It seems to me though, Colin, you were on the inside, of course, out in Manila. It seems to me that FSR is more at home here than he was out there. In the Reyes Cup, he was like a fish out of water.
Yeah, it kind of just spiralled out of control, didn't it? And I think we've seen that from Mickey Krause. I think Mickey obviously was just playing with Jason Shaw. Maybe he was letting Jason kind of put his input in a bit too much. I don't know whether Mickey was asking for it or Jason was just doing it. I'm not sure, but in the end, it just all started to kind of get away from him. Obviously, with the rookie this year. It's been a strange day and a half for Shane Van Boening. You don't really see much of him play, have we? It just seems that he's not really had much table time.
Well, Van Boening is rather like Tiger Woods. He's regarded as the GOAT with every justification, considering what he's won in a very competitive era. And yet in the Mosconi Cup, far more often than not, he's not produced his normal form, his normal success. Same thing for Tiger in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, Shane Van Boening won 5 US Opens in 10 years. Back when it was in Chesapeake, Virginia.
He keeps fooling us. He keeps making us believe things are complex when in fact they're simple.
Yeah, I think he's just making sure, double checking, Phil. He knows he needs to put a good performance in it, not just in this match. This will help him sort of kick on for the rest of the Mosconi, maybe future Mosconi Cups as well.
There I was, even before he broke, saying at his best, at his most productive, he did that all the time, breaking and running out, time and time and time again. And there, producing one to double his advantage. He leads Shane Van Boening 2-0. Now there is a European superfan. Here in Orlando, he was at the Reyes Cup as well in Manila. He loves it. And if you watch footage of past Mosconi Cups, he will be a fixture on your screens. And the ironic thing is, here he's wearing blue, but normally he's a red. Big Man United fan.
Looks very focused. FSR. David Alcady's wife and daughter enjoying the action.
Don't see Shane as a dancer somehow. I think he's more of a loner. Quite often at tournaments you see him on a back practice table out there on his own, just perfecting his break, honing his skills.
Well, let's see what SVB has got for us here as he breaks in rack 3. Okay, have we got a little bit of 9-ball action coming up? Is he going to fire at it? I mean, it's kind of on. The other thing as well, Phil, if he does chase the 9, the 2-ball might go in the pocket near where the green ball is. There's a bit of value here.
And when it comes to sorting out combos, there's no one better.
Remember the combo he made on the 9 to win the cup. That angle there gives you an idea of how difficult the combo would be. I'm not saying he's going to play it. I think he was lining up to have a go then. This 2-ball does go past the 6. So he could try and pot it in there and spin the cue ball around. That is brutal as well. Come on, Shane. Chase the 9. Get the crowd going.
Yeah, precisely what I was thinking. Get this crowd re-energized.
He's going for the pot though. Just never fancied him for the pot though. Just didn't. Even though he's the GOAT. Just didn't like it.
Well, no kidding, the GOAT got a good roll of the ball there.
Yep, that's what he's left with, so Shane definitely got away with one there.
And although all 10 players on display here are hugely skillful in these short races, luck plays a massive part.
Yeah, he's got to watch the top right corner here. Has he fluked it? No, he's not. Shane Van Boening. This is your first real easy chance in this match. He didn't want to bump into the 9 there. He just hit it a little bit too thick.
9-ball, a game of millimetres.
I'm sure many of our casual viewers who maybe just tune in to watch the Mosconi Cup over the years have probably thought, what are we talking about when we keep saying Shane's the GOAT and he's won all this and he's won that, because some of his performances have been quite worrying. But I can assure you, I've played this man in a lot of singles events over the years. I've watched him, I've seen what he's done. He is the GOAT.
Yeah, and he continues to be. He's won over double figures in terms of titles in 2024 in all kinds of pool disciplines.
He's just simply more suited to individual tournaments, isn't he? I mean, he loves playing in the Mosconi Cup, of course he does. This is his 18th. It's a record that no one's played in 18. I think as he's got older, Phil, he's certainly... He's tried to get a little bit more involved, hasn't he? Walking into the arena and giving the old fist bump, because there were some of them where he'd just sit in the chair and he just wouldn't move. He's going to get a rack on the board here. This will bring the roof down.
SVB back in the running. Yes, FSR continues to lead, but now only 2-1. The next few racks could well mould this entire Mosconi Cup. Can the USA go in front for the first time, or will they be fended off by defending champions Europe?
Do what you want, I came to win. You have arrived in the middle of a dream. Whoa, roll the dice and we can begin.
If you want to make it, then you can take it, but you better get in the zone.
That's what sport is all about. And this crowd are certainly having a Friday afternoon party here at the Mosconi Cup.
We're halfway there.
Well, the crowd are singing we're halfway there. That's mathematically not correct. It's first to 11.
Well, we knew Billy Thorpe would be getting involved.
Nine-ball pool, where it's at. Come to one of these events, and I can guarantee you'll have a rare old time.
Yeah, you'll never miss another one, I can assure you.
It's a Sunday fun day. What do they say in another ditty? Easy like Sunday morning, but there's nothing easy like Sunday afternoon when it's trying to gain a point for your team.
It's right number 4, Team Europe tonight, leading the match by 2 races.
Right, back to the pool.
Killjoy.
Has he got a shot on the blue too? Kind of, it's very thin. Controlling the cue ball for the red 3. He's going to be awkward as well.
The man with the most difficult job in the arena right now is the referee, Marcel Eckhart. I can't think anyone better equipped to bring about order.
You can't blame him for playing the safety. Shane's gone for the short stick, the jump cue. Kind of hard to see what he's looking at as well, because the 8 ball looks like it's blocking the pot.
Yeah, extension.
Yeah, it doesn't go past the 8 ball.
What led to his run out in the previous rack? He had a good run of the ball. He needs one here.
He'll take that. He might be behind the 6 ball again in a moment though.
I think it's fair to say, Carl, Sanchez Ruiz is an underrated tactical player.
We've seen a few flaws in his tactical game at the Reyes Cup, though. I agree. I think that was a large part of his success when he went on his little run. Got to watch the scratch in the side. Good hit. It looks like he may leave something. Yes, he has.
That's the thing with this table. It's so quick. The ball just keeps rolling on, and you get the extra couple of inches out of it. And in this case, the 2 has gone pretty unmissably to middle.
Oh, this is ideal. Especially if he gets this little bounce. You could not put that better. If he had ball in hand, he's got a lovely little angle.
I might regret saying this, Carl, but it's night and day for me. The attitude and just the general demeanour of FSR around the table here compared with the Reyes Cup. He seems so much more confident. Far less fearful.
Yeah, I was just thinking then, I mean, maybe the European lads in the end showed the, you know, Team Asia too much respect. We know how good all the Asian players are.
Of course, you could put it down to the captain.
Cheers, pal. He's okay here. He can just use the angle that he's got to float over the brown 7.
Mind your language, please.
The wrath of the crowd coming down on Marcel Eckhart, who has asked a member of the audience to mind his language. If you can hear any inappropriate language, I can only preemptively apologise. Jason Shaw back out there, rallying the troops. It would be astonishing if he missed this. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz, 4 And of course, that list of achievements will continue to grow. In years to come, surely Francisco Sanchez Ruiz will be inducted into the Hall of Fame too.
It's a good break. That's all right. That 4-ball, he'll have been having a good old nosy at that when it was tracking down table, because he knew it was going to hit some sort of ball and it could have caused some problems. It hasn't.
There's no greater student of the break than Van Boening. Of course, it's different each and every week, each and every event. You see him in the arena quite often watching other matches. Checking out how a table is breaking and the necessary adjustment to make it work for him.
The crowd might like what they see, but let me tell you, the pink 4-ball is not in a great spot. He's got to play a great positional shot here. He's playing for the pink 4 and the 8 combination. It's all about speed. It's a hair heavy, just a little bit. So if he plays the combo onto the 8-ball, he's got to try and leave a shot on that pink 4-ball. As long as you're at the lowest number first in 9-ball pool, you stay at the table. If you pot another ball, if the 9-ball goes in, you win the rack.
In the background there, Scott Frost is going to be part of our commentary team for the last match of the day. Let's hope he's got some voice left after shouting so loudly so far this afternoon. Well, the combo goes astray, and the one that's left for FSR is considerably easier.
Didn't even threaten the pocket.
Two things about a combo. One is knocking in the 8-ball. The second in this instance is to leave yourself on the 4. Easy peasy. Dare I say 4-1 beckons.
Yeah, like that. Many a player might have tried to play for the purple 5 in another pocket, but this was just dead simple. He's just backing himself to knock it in the corner and slide over. It's easy.
And he's confident. That is crystal clear.
It's a big performance, this, from the Spaniard. Just because he's had to sit there and watch the previous doubles match just get away from Europe. He will have been practicing in the European dressing room, thinking that Jason and Mickey Krause were going to win that point.
And it's another 9-ball to the middle for FSR. The way the scoreboard looks now, it's A-OK for FSR. He leads Shane Van Boening 4-1 on the hill. Let's go down to Ashley with Scott Frost.
Scott, you've got one of the best seats in the house. Sometimes it's sat over here, sometimes it's sat nearer the players. You're part of Team USA. What have you made of this match so far?
Well, this match in particular, I mean, Fran has played like literally perfect. I think Shane made a little mistake the first game. He knows that, but the thing with Shane is staying positive. It's just the way it goes in this format, and Shane's keys are to stay positive.
And I want to know what your thoughts are on Skylar Woodward. The first time he's been captaining this side. What have you made of him?
Man, I'm an honest guy. When I first heard that it was player captains and Sky was a pick, I was a little concerned, and I'm talking like the first couple days. Then I really started to think about it. I'm like, wow, this is the right move, and I really think it's the right move, and now I know it's the right move. I've followed his lead the whole week. He's done so good with the team. It's amazing. This kid's really smart.
And it's tough, and it has to be strategic, right, to know what pairings or who you're going to put forward for a singles match. There's a lot that goes into that.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. That's the key of knowing the other guys really well, knowing their history together, their history apart, things like that. So it's very important.
I'm looking forward to the rest of this match, but the good news is that you're going to be in the commentary booth for the next match. You looking forward to that?
I don't know if that's good for everybody else, but I'm excited.
We can't wait to listen to you, but enjoy the rest of this game.
Thank you so much.
Now, Carl, I know your industrious nature, so I know you'll be very disappointed that Scott Frost has still got his voice, and he's going to give you some time off. It must be a crushing blow to have to miss the last match of the day. You're normally such a workhorse.
Well, I like going to sit down next to Billy Thorpe on them comfy VIP sofas, Phil.
Everything looking rosy for Europe on the hill, and FSR is breaking.
And he's also been breaking very good. One ball in the side. There it is. Two ball. Oh, it stayed over the pocket. He's got a chance here. And I tell you what, Phil, these are all over the pocket.
There's a little cluster there. He needs to negotiate those, but there are a couple of gaps, so he should be okay.
Yeah, the pink 4 ball, once he gets to that, he can just play a stop shot for the green 6. He's looking at sending the cue ball through that gap, but he could actually just slide up that rail, kind of inside where the pink 4 ball is. Oh, the gap was okay.
I've been so impressed with Francisco Sanchez Ruiz in this match. He's one of those people, he's impossible to dislike. He's such a nice fellow. And I think with this performance, we know he's arrived on the world-class individual scene. I think now he's arrived as a Mosconi Cup giant. One performance like this can do wonders for you. You called the stop shot on the 4, Carl. That's what he did. The 6 begging to be potted also. And it really does look, Carl, as though the great Shane van Boening is going to be put to the sword. It will be his 28th singles defeat against only 17 victories.
Yeah, of all the great stats Shane's got, that's an incredible one on its own, isn't it? I'll tell you what, Fran's done his captain a big, big favour here, because when Shaw missed that 8 ball to go 4-1 up in the doubles in the previous match, and then Europe then went on to lose that point, Fran's had to come straight out, and he has really helped his team and Jason out there. Still got to get these balls, of course. It's perfect.
The singles pendulum has swung today. yesterday, the USA won both singles. On this Super Sunday in Florida, Europe are going to be the singles kingpins. Victory for FSR over SVB. Not just victory for him, victory for Europe. Never has he played like that. In a team environment, he was simply brilliant. He's greeted and embraced by the European fans, and now out comes the Spanish flag. Victory and Viva España as Europe retake the lead at 5-4.
Listen up, this is how